Hello. So I'm going to begin a video here. We'll see when this airs, how long this takes, but I'm starting a knitting vlog to power through finishing Forest Keys. So I wanted to steam this before I filmed this, but I forgot. So here we are. But I have come quite a ways. Here we are. I did the intarsia. It's okay. It's not my finest work, but like the floats are reasonable. It's relatively stretchy. My only complaint, which is a complaint against myself and no one else, is how you probably can't even really tell, but I can tell. You guys are knitters, so I know that you understand being your own worst critic and that you've been staring at these little stitches for a really long time, and so then you become a little fixated on things. But my one issue is that, and it's hard to show because this is rolling, this is why I wanted to steam this, but you can see here how this side is slightly larger than this side. And that is because my tension is uneven. This is the first time ever doing intarsia and doing it in that float method. I mean, it's my first time doing it at all, but that method was new also. And so I clearly could have had a little bit less yarn over here. This is where my floats would have ended. And so I scooted back my stitches and I left a little bit so I could catch that float, but I could have left less here. But I didn't want my floats to be too tight, and so that's how we came to be, because I didn't want, there is like a little bit of puckering around the edges here. I think a lot of it will settle once it's blocked, but I didn't want to have to be upset that it was too tight. I feel like too loose is kind of easier to deal with. I can kind of snug things up if I need to. But that's where we're at. I am halfway through. I'll just show it upside down because I think it's easier. I am now past the halfway point of the hem color work chart. Cruising along. This is just stranded color work. Easy peasy for me. I've done a lot of this. And I think I'm just going to document finishing this project, and hopefully some of that will be done outdoors on a little adventure or multiple adventures. I don't know how long this is going to take me. Right now I'm just going to watch some knitting YouTubes. I am watching the collaboration videos between Marlene Knits and Knitting Traditions. Marlene went to go see Inga in Norway, which is just like my dream collaboration. I'm like, how could two people I love so much get together? That's great. I love that they're friends. And so I think right now I started watching their like haul video yesterday, but it's kind of long. So I think first I'm going to switch over and watch technically Marlene's video of her vlogging of the trip. It's only 20 minutes long. And then I'm going to regroup and see where I'm at. So I'm going to knit for a little while. And yeah, it's just almost 1 p.m. on Friday. Who knows how long this will take. Funny side note, this Friday is my half birthday. And I don't know if anyone else thinks of that when it comes, but when I was a kid, we all loved our half birthdays. And I have actually considered in my lifetime just switching my birthday to my half birthday and celebrating on this day, because my birthday is in February and it's the most miserable time of the year where I live. But here at the end of August, it's absolutely beautiful. So I have yet to make the commitment, but just a funny little aside. And yeah, we'll see how far I get. I will update you whenever I stop or am in a new location. break from my knitting. I had to go hang up my laundry outside, but in that time, the mail arrived. This is my package from Little Lionhead Knits, and I'm really excited to open it. So, yeah, we don't need that part anymore. Colleen always wraps these in the cutest way possible. This time has little trout tape on it. I don't know if you can see that, but it is so cute. I'm going to save these little tapes to put on something. I don't know what, but I'll put them in my notebook or something. But I'm really excited about this. Here, I will take them out and then we'll talk. Okay. Because otherwise that will crinkle. So first things first is this mini set. Oh my gosh. This is, I swear it's more beautiful in person. Look at these colors. And now generally I'm not, like I would choose mohair over Surrey alpaca any day of the week. I know that that is not everybody's choice. I know that some people are very sensitive to mohair and prefer alpaca. I kind of lean the other way. Not that I have anything against alpaca. I think it's perfectly fine, but I'm a goat girl, and so I want the goat fiber. But I brought these to show together because this is what I got from the wool room at Longmeadow Farm. And so these are going to be paired together. And I just think that is going to be so beautiful. I want to cast this on immediately. I'm going to have to decide how to arrange my colors. I'm kind of copying Colleen. She used one of her bases as this main color, but I wanted to get something from Sandy, and I love the idea of combining like two of my favorite yarn dyers, yarn producers together. So that's super exciting. Then the next thing comes with a slight, I don't know. All I'm going to say, if you are my father who often watches these videos, if you want a surprise, don't watch this part, but I don't think you really care. So I got this skein of yarn to make him something. So it's this. And the reason I bought this is because this colorway is called Rainbow Trout. My dad is a fly fisherman. I grew up fishing with him, and it just is so pretty. This is so pretty. It's very trouty, and I thought it'd make a great hat for him. And I also got more trout tape, loving the fish theme. I also got this, which is way bigger than I expected. So maybe this isn't going to be my plan. This is actually really cute, but it's a little trouty patch. I was going to put this on the front of the hat. Maybe it will be okay. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be smaller than this. So great value for your money, but who didn't read the measurements? This is not the first time something like this has happened. I'm gonna open up this hank because I want to see the full effect of this. And so this yarn is a superwash merino. It's a sock yarn, but I'm going to hold it double to make it a DK weight. Look at the speckles. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It is very trouty too, which I think will be good for my dad. I always say I'm going to make him something, and then I don't. And I've made my mom a bunch of stuff, and Caleb, and yeah, so, and my friends, and I feel like I never make my dad anything, and so I think this will be good. I also think the superwash merino is going to be good for him. He is bald. Sorry for the call out on that one, but so I don't want to make him anything too itchy. I don't think he's very sensitive to wool, period. Like, we just don't have that genetic on both sides of my family. Both my parents are very pro wool, which I attribute myself to also being quite pro wool. Wow, I didn't wind this tight enough at all. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to quickly show this to you guys. I was hoping this would be here for my yarn haul video. You're probably going to see this 2 weeks from then. No promises, though. It could be. We'll see how this week goes. But oh, there's a wasp in the house. Okay. I wanted to show you, all I'm going to end on is I wanted to show it in that video, but it didn't come until today. Today's Friday. And so that video just went live today. I gotta deal with this wasp. Okay, bye. Hello again. I see that I am backlit here, which, what can you do? We have rearranged the living room, so if it looks unfamiliar in here, that's why. It's kind of a long story, but my dad got us a new couch that he found. It is green leather, which I couldn't ever imagine a couch that nice, and there is a chair coming, but he couldn't fit it all in one car trip. So the chair will arrive. The chair will be right where you're sitting. So it's just like if we were having a conversation. But anyway, I got 2 rows done on my forest keys. I dealt with the wasp. It was kind of an ordeal, but I did have to kill it, which I really don't like doing that, but I tried to catch it like in a container, but every time I went near it, it would try and attack me. So I just can't leave something like that in the house because the cats will try to catch it and then they'll get stung. So sad day for the wasp, but sometimes needs must. And then I made a mushroom pasta soup for dinner. And so now it's around 5 p.m. and I just am ready for a little break. So Feeney's having a rest and I am going to watch the summer book, which I have been waiting to be able to see this. And it is currently, hey, she's kicking me. It's currently on Amazon Prime. If you haven't heard of that, I think it's a novel, but it was written by Tove Jansson, who is the creator, author of The Moomins. But this, I think, I don't know if it's like slightly autobiographical or if it's just purely fiction. But anyway, I've been curious to see it. It came out in 2025. Yes, I'm looking at the TV. And it just hasn't, it came to, like, we have kind of an independent theater near us, and it came there, but their movies come and go so fast that if you're not paying attention, it's really easy to miss them, and I often do. So this is my opportunity. I really want to just lay down and take a nap, but we have the farmer's market tomorrow, and so if I take a nap now, I won't sleep tonight, and I have to get up very early. But I think I'm gonna work. I know I said this was gonna be like a knitting vlog of working on forest keys, but I think I'm gonna work on my second rucksack sock. Oh, another cat is joining us. Instead of forest keys, just because I'm working on the double knit heel part and I can kind of, come on. I can kind of zone out and work on that instead of looking at a chart. The cats love the new couch. I thought that they would be a little weirded out by the leather, but so far they love it, and knock on wood, they don't seem interested in scratching it. I saw Nif kind of like do the thing, like go like this to scratch, and I think he felt the leather on his paws and he was like, no thanks. And I have heard that before, that cats often do not scratch leather furniture, and so I'm really hoping that's the case, because we've been trying to buy new living room furniture for kind of a long time. The day that I moved upstairs, and it's super cute up there, but it's hard to invest like a large amount of money in furniture when you know your cats are going to destroy it, which is another reason why I'm happy it's secondhand, because I won't feel as bad. But yeah, so far they don't really seem interested, but he really likes to sit there and look out the window. So I'm happy, they're happy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this movie and do a little knitting. It sounds like a good way to spend a Friday afternoon, evening. Caleb came home for a minute, but he has to go back and pack up for the market. So that's what he's doing. And Feeney, I think, is having a nap, or maybe some hay and then a nap. That's it. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, my friends. So I am out for a little Feeny walk. We're going kind of slow because she's still healing. I think though, like we had her rest for almost 2 months. And then in the last couple weeks, we've been taking her for walks. And I think that it's a lot better. Like I think she's reached that point in her healing where she kind of needs some PT. And I think walking really helps with that. But no like hiking. We're walking very slow. She gets lots of breaks for crunchy leaves. Of course, as soon as I start recording, there's a catbird and it's windy. I have like the wind reduction setting on, but the audio could be bad on this, and then we'll see what happens. But we're gonna walk to our little field that we go to and sit for a while. I started reading, what is it called? The Gingerbread Bakery. It's the next, not the newest, but the second newest Laurie Gilmore Dream Harbor book. I still haven't finished the Stephen King Night Shift short stories that I've been reading. I don't know, it sort of put me in a reading slump. And it's not even that I don't like the stories. I just think I'm sort of not in the mood for that. I don't know. But I've given myself permission to just set it aside and try something else. And I feel like something fluffy and dumb, it will go fast, and then maybe I'll pick something else up. I don't know. I just feel like I'm either knitting or spinning or reading. I'm never doing all of them. And I don't know what my problem is with that. But yeah, we're just on a little adventure. I've been also working on my projects, obviously. I said this video was mostly going to be Forest Keys, but I decided to finish my second rucksack sock first. I don't really know why. Sometimes I feel like I say one thing and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what I just said. And I don't know why. But I made some really good progress. I finished the heel turn of the second one. And I watched the summer book. I said that before, and I finished it. Like I watched it in 2 times. But it was really sweet, and it was a beautiful film. I don't know. I'm happy I finally got to see it after waiting for a long time. I just found a feather, a turkey feather. How pretty is this? It's just on the ground. The turkey came by. I think. Is this a tail? I think it's a wing or tail, obviously. I guess that's the only parts. I don't know, but it's very pretty. It's in good shape too. Sometimes they're kind of gross when you find them, but it's a good one. Okay, anyway, yeah, the summer book was great. It was perfect vibes for end of summer. Very moody and obviously a little sad, but I feel like a really poignant representation of childhood experience and grief, and I don't know. It was nice. I highly recommend it. But we're just gonna stroll now. here's the progress I made. I think I only have 10 more rows on the foot, and then I can start my toe, which is super exciting. I'll probably finish this today or tonight. And then this is the book I was talking about. Cute, kind of silly. And this one I've been really excited for. And then I was just going to share something I learned kind of recently about feathers and feather quills, like quill pens. And I think this is a great example. So I thought this was really interesting. When you, like back in the days when you used feathers as pens, you would choose a quill feather from the side of the animal that suited what hand you wrote with. So this one would be suited to a right hand. See how it does? It curves against my left hand. But here I'll switch and show you with my right how it curves with my right hand and can be held easily to write. And so, yeah, this would be for someone who's right-handed in their writing. And I only learned that kind of recently, and I thought that was just super interesting, that the side of the body would go. See how it curves like the wrong way with my left hand? And yes, I just think that's interesting. I don't know if turkey feathers were used for writing. I assume any quill feather would be. But I assume, especially in Europe, obviously no turkeys, but goose would probably have been more prevalent. Anyway, Feeney's over here. She's just munching. And so I'm going to sit here and read and knit until she's had enough. It's a nice cloudy day. I think it's going to rain later, and I have an appointment at 3, so we're just out for a little bit. I realized I haven't taken you guys out in a long time to walk with us. Socks are finished. They are not blocked yet, but I'm going to go do that now, and I'll show you when they're done. So there's only one project left before I get to cast on my fall plants. All done? Was it good? My duo of rucksack socks are now complete. So these are all blocked now. And you can see how much this yarn changes with blocking. It becomes super soft and almost drapey. This is Rambler from the Woolly Thistle. This was kindly gifted to me, and it's been such a great experience to work with it. This is the other color. I think I blocked these a little bit more aggressively. They should be exactly the same, but they look a little bit different. And yeah, I'm so happy these are done. I think they're going to be a great staple sock for the autumn and winter. And hopefully with the double knit reinforced heel and reinforced toe, they will get a lot of wear and be nice and strong. Hello. Ooh, I don't know. This vlog, I haven't done very much I guess I've done some chatting, but it's been a couple days since I updated you guys on my knitting. You saw my socks, finished the second rucksack socks, and then I tried on Forest Keys. I'm making really good progress. I think, I don't have it with me, but I have maybe 6 or 7 rows of color work left, and then it's just the I-cord edging, which I'm sure will take a long time, but that feels like a huge achievement. This is going to be the outro to this video, but I will probably work on it a little bit more and add some clips before I stop filming the vlog part, if that makes sense. Sometimes the order in which you see things are not the order in which they're filmed, just because of, it's easier that way. But I wanted to kind of have a clip to close out this vlog. It's been really good to be filming and have a place to kind of hold me accountable to try and get these projects at least mostly done. I'm so happy to finish those socks by the end of the month. I spent a bunch of time yesterday winding yarn for new projects. I'm super excited to cast on some new things, but also trying to be responsible about finishing things. And it also just feels really good. It makes me feel more at ease and balanced and ready to go into a new season and start some new things, bring in some fresh energy to my crafting process. So that's super exciting. And yeah, I set out, I think, as I started this video to be making Forest Keys, but then obviously throughout the however long it's been, I have been working on other things too. I worked on the socks. Yesterday I brought Inishmurray Shawl with me on my walk with Caleb and Feeney, just because the color work is not, I don't know, it's too hard for me to take it along with me. It's too much to manage, but the lace work is at least simple enough that I can have the chart and look at it while she eats and while we hang out. Like last night, I haven't shown you every time I've been knitting, because a lot of times I knit at night, and yeah, I don't know, I just never film at night, but I was working on Forest Keys and then I started to get too tired, so I switched over to working on Inishmurray and knocked out a couple more rows. It's becoming a really nice thing to come back to, it's a lot of knitting and a lot of rows, so it's nice to just do a couple rows here and there. And as it's growing, the rows take longer and longer, of course. But yeah, I'm happy to be making progress. I'm sorry that you're seeing 2 vlogs in a row. That's not normally how I do this, but it's just kind of the way things fell. This week should have been a podcast episode, but I'm not really ready, I guess. And I didn't feel in the headspace to organize everything. And yeah, so that's just going to happen next week. I will hopefully have more to show you also in detail. I can go over a few things more clearly by then, but yeah, I don't know what else to share. I'm getting really excited to have Forest Keys done. It's nice that it's at a place where I can try it, and it really seems like I made the right size. The armhole openings are a little bit weird and floppy, but I think the I-cord edging will just kind of clean all of that up. Because yeah, the neckline also looks really sloppy, and I don't know if that's a me problem or just part of the pattern, because it doesn't really matter because you're gonna pick up anyway. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I've never done like an applied I-cord edging. I've done like I-cord bind off, or like with Pelica, it was part of it. I don't really know how to explain that. Or like with a Sophie scarf, you know, it's part of the project, the I-cord edging. And I've definitely done it where like, I know the bottom of this will be like this, where you're using an I-cord as a bind off. So that part I'm not so worried about, but the armholes and then most of the neckline, I'm going to have to assume pick up. I haven't read that far in the pattern, but we'll see. I saw someone else who is a member of Tete's Patreon. There's like a chat where you can share your whips of Tete's patterns, and I never share in there because I'm shy, but it's really nice to see other people's progress. And someone else was making forest keys, and her, after she did the I-cord edging, it looked really, really nice. So it gives me hope. I will show you all of these projects in more detail next week. This is more just like a process, sort of glimpse into my life video. And yeah, so I think I'll just end things here with my normal spiel, which is thank you for being here. If you did enjoy this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that really, really helps me out. It tells the algorithm to show it to other people. If you are new here, this is your first video. I do often post vloggy content, but I would say my main #1 content is more knitting, fiber related content, and podcast episodes showing you my process and what I'm working on. All things fiber, really. But so if you enjoy those kind of things and you do like a random vlog here and there, consider sticking around, consider subscribing. If you're looking for me in other places, I am on Instagram, I am on Goodreads, I'm on Ravelry, I am on Patreon now. Many of you are over there. You can join as a free member, or there are paid tiers, whatever you choose. So I love to see you over there if you are interested. What have you been up to? Are you also getting things tidied up for soon-to-be fall cast-ons? I'm so ready. After winding yarn yesterday, I just am beyond excited. So I'd love to hear some of your fall plans, or if you're still in summer mode. I know lots of people are savoring the end of summer, and I'm trying to, but I'm a little over it. The one thing I have been enjoying is starting to harvest things in our garden, and seeing things really start to fruit. Our gourds are starting to produce gourds. I've been picking dry beans as they dry on the plant, and that's really exciting. So all the little end of summer things, I really feel the shift happening in the air. And I think today, no, what is the date? In 2 days. Is that the day you see this? Yes, the day you're seeing this is the day of the eclipse. So, lunar eclipse? Yeah, solar eclipse already happened. Lunar eclipse on Friday. So, wherever you may be, I hope that that energy serves you, or maybe you're like me and just ready for it to be done. And yeah, I don't know. We'll talk really soon. I hope you're all well. Bye.